Hello there. Now, if you have already downloaded the trial version of our software, then this video clip should help you get started. After you've loaded the program, you should see a shortcut showing here on your screen. If not, then go to the Start button on your computer, Programs or All Programs, and you'll see a shortcut showing there. Now, it is important when first using this system to right click on this shortcut and choose Run as Administrator. You only need to do this the once, and you will only need to do it if your system is running either Windows Vista or Windows 7 operating systems. Enter the username M here and the password as number 1. This will always be M and 1 here, you can't change this. The idea is this means that we can encrypt your data for you. Click the login. This is the sign on screen, and you can change the passwords here. To begin with, the username is M and the password is number 1. And the owner password is number 1 as well. So if we click on this button here, enter number 1. In this window, you can allocate passwords to other users or for yourself, and you can change your owner password from number 1 to something of your own liking. In the meantime though, we'll leave the username here as M for mother. Click on open the main screen and the password is number 1. Now, before you start entering any of the children into the system, you will have to set up a few preferences of your own. For example, you will have to go here, look, Management, edit the price list, and in this window you will add any sessions that you want to add into the system with their prices. You can have as many in this list as you want to. For example, if you want to add a new fee, just click on a new fee. Say whether that session is going to take a morning place, an AM, a PM place, or a full day. Give it a name and put in your price. Save the record. So you can have as many as you want to in this list, and you can edit or change the existing ones that are showing here. It is important though that you do fill in this code here. So if the session takes up a morning place, you want AM there. If it takes up an afternoon place, you want PM there. If it takes up both a morning and an afternoon, you want FD showing there. So click Finished here. Another thing to do then is go back to Management at the top and choose a school or group names. Now, if your setting does pick up and drop off from different schools, you would put the various school names here. You can have up to 8. If it by chance you do have more than 8, then you will have to telephone us and we can give you more options here. But at the moment it's limited to 8. You will also need to go to Management at the top here, look, and close your days. Now in this window, this is where you can tell the system of the days that you're going to close, and it will not charge the parents for those days. Okay, so you would simply click on Allow Changes, and for example, if there was a half term, say in February, and you weren't going to charge that, you were closed and you weren't going to charge the parents anything for that, you change the 1 to a 0. If when it comes to April, and you find that the bank holiday, Good Friday, you simply click into the box there and choose Closed. Okay, and that would be Easter Monday, and this would be for the wedding this year. That's on the last Friday in April. Okay, for your May days, for example, the first Monday in May you would be closed, so choose Close there. And also you would be closed for the last Monday in May, so choose Close there. So the system now knows which days you are closed, and it will not then charge the parents for those days when you're adding the sessions, etc. So you would have to come in here 2 or 3 times a year. You can allow changes and add more weeks. Look, we've added weeks here right up until October 2011, And you get your calendar out, and if you close for a whole week, change the 1 to a 0, but if you just close for odd days, just change the open to a closed. Now, when you add a child into the system, you do have the option of flagging that child as all year round, term time only, or just holiday club only. So if you have flagged the child as all year round, we'll go back to the closure days, and these will be the closure days applicable to those children that you've booked in as all year round. If you want to flag some children as term time only, you would set up the term times here. So you would have to do exactly the same, but this will be your school terms. Okay, so during the school holidays you would change the 1s to a 0 or put your closed days in there. Then it will automatically, if you have flagged some children as school year only, as you're adding the bookings for that child, it will automatically not charge the parents for those days. So you can have 3 different types of children in the system, some that are attending all year, some term time only, and those children that are just attending for a holiday club. So that's it. We've been to management there, we've edited our price list and built our price list. We've also entered our school or group names here. And we've gone into the closure days and we've told the system which days we're going to be closed and not to charge the parents for those days. You can now start entering the children into the system. Simply matter here, look, of clicking on enter new children, add new child, and filling in the boxes here. Okay, don't forget when you put the child into the system, these coloured boxes here must be filled in. It doesn't matter about these, you can always fill these in at a later date if need be. You do have the option too, don't forget, of putting a less formal salutation in here, and then you can then click on the billing address here. If the address is the same, simply click on that and that will fill in the address that you've already got here. Okay, and you can have a more formal salutation here, so Mr. and Mrs. Sample for example, so that when you're writing letters this formal salutation will be used for the address, but the less formal one to start your letter as Dear Jane and Fred, etc. You can also click here, look, and put an emergency contact information in for that child if need be, along with permissions if you want to store those permissions. You can also store any special care that would be applicable to that child that the staff would need alerting to. Okay, and once the information's in, you can send out a welcome letter to the parents, and there would be your welcome letter. We've done one for you, but if you want to edit it yourself, simply click on the pencil there and you can edit that letter yourself. So click finished here, and you're back at the main screen. Once that child is in the system, you can always find that child here on the main screen by navigating through here or clicking on the find by last name or find by first name. If you want to make changes to that child, once the child's in the system, simply click on their name and change me. And here, look, you can make any changes to the address, etc. If you want to make any changes to their emergency contact information, just click here and you can make changes there to the emergency contact. The same for the special care. So don't forget, once the child is in the system, you can do everything from the main screen here, simply by either clicking on their name to make changes. So let's assume now that you have added all the children into the system. You could simply flick through them here one at a time. And here, for example, look, Millie Hope, she hasn't got a booking yet, so it's your job then to put the bookings in for that child. Okay. We'll say we're going to use a system from the first week in January. Here's our price list. Simply pick from your price list. That was that extra session we put in there. We'll say it comes to Monday, a Wednesday, and a Friday. Okay, if you do offer discounts, put the discount in there. If not, just ignore that. So you've now got a booking, look, and you can add weeks manually there. Okay, so once you've got all the children in to the system, looking like this for example, You can then in future just go to management at the top and add a batch of weeks there. So for example, the children have all got the 4th of February showing. You would simply select the week here, choose the 11th of February, say OK to that, add the selected week, and that would add the 11th of February to all the children in one go. It would ignore any children where the week had already been added. If you remember, we told the system that we would be closed for a week in February for the school half term. So you'll notice, look, as you add the weeks, it will automatically not charge the parents for that particular week that you told the system you would be closed for. If you want to make any changes to any of the weeks, simply focus on the week where you want to make the change from, modify the sessions, and for example, look, a 9 till 5 on that day. Okay, if it was going to be continuous from that date onwards, when you put the change in there, you would simply copy down, and you'll see now, look, the booking's been completely changed from the 4th of February. Otherwise though, as you add weeks here, look, the system will assume that the child will be attending the same bookings. So that's it. From now on, everything you do is a simple mouse click away. Okay. You can also go to status bar at the top here, look, and here, look, you can print out a help file. And you have our telephone number here too, if you do have any queries. So thank you for watching this video clip.